Hi, my name's Issa and I play for Carryduff and I'm a midfielder.
Hi, my name's Holly. I play for Breda and I play corner forward.
Hi, my name's Neve. I play for Cardiff and I play wing half back.
So, congratulations on reaching the All-Ireland final. How are you feeling as the big day approaches?
I think we're all just in a sense of disbelief at the fact that we've made it this far. Within our school, everyone just has such a good atmosphere and there's such a good vibe leading up to this match. So I think everyone's just ready to get there and play their best.
A lot of you would normally be on opposite sides of Breda and Carryduff. How have you built those connections as teammates?
Well, we've been together since first year and I think we're really close as a team. I'd probably say it's more difficult to play against each other in club because we're such good friends, but playing for school together, it's so much fun and we all love it. It's just when we're on our club teams we find that more difficult.
So what's been the funniest or the most memorable moment during the journey to the final?
It would probably have to be one of our earlier training sessions where Miss McGordy was demonstrating one of the drills and she slipped and fell and her main worry was literally just protecting her jumper. I think we all laughed about it for weeks afterwards.
Our next one is, how has balancing schoolwork and training affected you and how do you manage it?
I think it's really important for all of us, especially a lot of us on the team are multi-athletes. For instance, I play Gaelic and run as well, so I think having a balance between school and Gaelic was a huge difficulty at the start of the year when we realised that we were going to need to put in a lot of commitment to the team to make sure we could get this far. So I think that did come down to making sure that we got some schoolwork done before we headed to trainings, and sometimes that even meant some of the girls on the bus had notes out getting ready for revision or tests coming up.
How does it feel to show that girls football is thriving and being celebrated at the school?
Well, our team feels really privileged to be in this position because the last time our school, I think was 10 years ago, they were in an under-20B final. But to go up into the next division, the competition's been so good, and Neve was in the under-16 team last year who won the Ulster Championship, and I think that really spurred us on and made us, I think we really realised our potential then, and we took training a lot more seriously this year, and everyone wanted to train and no one wanted to miss training, and I think that's a big difference. But yeah, hopefully we are motivating to the younger girls in the school and they can realise their potential. And also the supporting clubs have had a huge influence, like Cardiff's success, and all of that's really spurred us on. So yeah, we're very proud.
I would just say keep with it because it doesn't come easy to get this far. I think the determination and commitment is what got us here today. So as long as you keep working hard and going to your trainings and working as best you can at every skill, every weakness, you can do it too.
I would say perseverance, because for every year that we've been in the school we've gotten maybe to a semi and we've very narrowly lost out, but every single year we know that we're so much better than that, and I think we've trained so hard and then we finally got over the line and we've made it so much further this year. So yeah, persevere.
No, I'd honestly say just enjoy it. I think a lot of us have been on a lot of school teams over the years for different sports, and this team I think is really special. I think a lot of us get on really well and you just actually make friends for life, so keep at it.
I'm here with Catherine McGorty. Catherine's the manager of the Knock team on Thursday in the final. Catherine, as a past pupil, how special is it to now be leading the team to an All-Ireland final?
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I don't know, as a collective here, yeah, probably on paper my name comes as a manager, but the amount of work that's gone in behind the scenes, we really share everything here with Stephen and Maeve. I can't really say that, so we've really got a leadership of 3 different people, and really proud. But as a past pupil, it's something a wee bit special. Maeve herself is also a past pupil, so whenever I was at the college, left in 2002, almost 25 years, there was no football, and for it to grow this much, it's been absolutely unbelievable, and it's just a privilege to be part of the team.
You were a student here, there was no ladies football. How proud are you to see how far it's come?
So yeah, no ladies football in 2002. I think 2 or 3 years later we had a group of girls. I think maybe Mr McKenna might have taken a couple of sessions and a couple of games, but it really started to grow when a couple of girls went and spoke to our then principal, Mr Allen, and he asked them to, you know, get some sort of teacher involved, and Mr Allen spoke to Lisa McCluskey. Like, really at the end of the day, she really properly drove ladies football over the past, you know, 20 years, and I'm so proud of the work that she's done, because if it hadn't started at that point, you know, we wouldn't be at where we're at today. And yeah, it's great to be at this stage, you know, 20 years ago, no ladies football, and now to have grown from C, B, and got ourselves to an A All-Ireland final. To be one of the top 2 teams in Ireland is just something special, and we're just absolutely delighted.
What would it mean to you personally to win this final?
Look, sport is an amazing thing. I've been involved in so many successful teams. Obviously, my main sport being camogie, and I played with Down for a long time. But there's something a wee bit different about coaching, and you know, I retired a couple of years ago from actually playing, and just threw myself into. I'm obviously up coaching camogie in Slaughtneil, but I've loved every minute of since I've joined here in the teaching staff in 9 years ago, 2017, 2018, and throw myself completely into any of the coaching. But you know, that was sort of born out of the fact that we had an unbelievable manager in our department, in Frank Wilson, and you know, he was just so encouraging, got everybody involved. I was just very fortunate that, you know, normally in our senior teams here we have 2 members of staff that work with any team, and myself and Frank obviously got involved. In the first year I was here, we ended up winning the Ulster B title, and since then we haven't won really any under-20 titles. So yeah, it's just been absolutely brilliant. I've, you know, loved every minute of getting involved, and the girls work so hard. So I'm just super proud of what they've done. So you know, it'd be great for me. Of course, I think everybody, you know, when you put a certain amount of work in, but it's not just about me. It's about the 3 or 4 people that we have in our backroom team, but in particular the 22 girls that have just given everything to the cause this year. They've done themselves proud, their clubs, families, and most certainly this school proud.
If you could go back and tell your younger self this would happen, what would you say?
If you could come back and tell your when I was a student here, obviously we've already mentioned that there was no ladies football, and I always remember we had really good netball teams, and I was involved in netball teams, and I used to say to my teachers at the time, you know, I just would love to win an All-Ireland, and to be part of a squad now that has got to this stage. We couldn't get over the Northern Ireland stages in the netball, and I'm just so proud of all of the work that the girls had done. And I suppose, what would I tell myself? Eventually you'll get there. It's not maybe what I thought at the beginning, that I would be in an All-Ireland final in netball, but I'm super proud that obviously it's to do within the Gaelic Games family, and yeah, I'm just so delighted and really excited for this Thursday, and looking forward to the game.
Catherine, on behalf of everybody in Down Ladies, all the best, and thanks for letting us in today to talk to you.
Brilliant, just really appreciate all your support, and thanks very much.
Best of luck to our very own Maeve and the rest of the Knock girls for their All-Ireland final on Thursday. We're all rooting for you.
Hi there, I'm Miss Derry. I'm a teacher at Our Lady Anne St Patrick's College Knock, and also a member of the Down Senior Ladies panel this year. This is my 3rd year teaching in the college, but I'm also a past pupil of the college, so I feel really lucky and privileged to get an opportunity to teach here as well.
Maeve, can you tell us a bit about your campaign to date, who you've played and what you expect in the final?
So we had a really tough game against St Mary's Magherafelt in the Ulster final. They were a fantastic team. Both teams had to play under pretty miserable conditions. I think it was especially hard for both teams to prepare for that game because it got cancelled and then rescheduled. So I think that sort of prolonged the preparation of getting into the game. But in fairness to the girls, they put in a really, really good spectacle of football, both teams. And we were very lucky on the day that we were able to convert more of our attack and play into goals, and that ultimately ended up with a win on the day. So then when we got through to the semi-final of the All-Ireland stages, we played Clare Galway, which were a really good team. We played against them in Dublin. We were really able to build on our performance from the Ulster final, and we put in a really, really good performance, lots of individual goal scores, lots of really good defensive plays, and we were able to score 5-5, which was a brilliant score to put in against such a good team, especially a team that had won their provision as well.
So Maeve, obviously there's 3 clubs represented: Breda, your own club, Carryduff, and then St Bridget's of Antrim. What's the breakdown in terms of ages? Is there many upper 6 or?
So there's about 6 on the team that are upper 6. In terms of Breda Carryduff split, I think there's 10 Breda girls, 8 Carryduff girls, and then 4 St Bridget's girls from Antrim. The ages go from the youngest being a year 11 who trains up with the team, again really talented, and then there's about 6 girls in upper 6.
So Maeve, coming off the back of last year, I know you were involved with the under-16 championship win team against Loreto Cavan. Cavan are obviously strong at underage, so that was a big driving force for this year's team.
Yeah, absolutely. Our under-16 team last year involved a lot of the girls that have now moved up to the under-20 level. Cavan put in a really, really good performance against us, and it was the first time in a long time we were able to beat Loreto Cavan. And I think that really showed the girls what they were capable of, because they'd gotten a lot of wins in their own clubs and were able to win Ulster there, but that was the first time in a long time an under-16 school team had won an Ulster A championship. So I think that really motivated them and showed them what they could do for this year, and that without question has been a huge driving force for us this year.
Maeve, thanks very much for speaking to us today, allowing us into the school, and from all down ladies, best of luck on Thursday.
Perfect, thanks very much.
Okay, joined here with Deborah McLaughlin, principal of the school. Deborah, this is the school's first All-Ireland final. What's the atmosphere been like since winning Ulster to now?
I think that the squad has managed to capture the imagination of our whole college community, and the school is absolutely buzzing at this point. We're very much looking forward to Thursday. We're taking approximately 18 buses down to Carlow. So a lot of our staff have bought into the adventure, and we're all very keen to support this team as much as possible, because it is an exceptional team of young athletes who have distinguished themselves throughout their college career in a number of sports, and our supporters are just looking forward to getting down to Carlow and cheering them on the day.
Catherine McGordy is a past pupil and now leading this team. How special is it to see her drive ladies football to an All-Ireland final?
Believe it or not, Catherine and I started school here in 1995, the same year. She started as a student of Knock, and I began life here as a teacher of Knock. So over the past number of years, obviously we were delighted to welcome Catherine back to Knock. She brings with herself a significant amount of talent and skills and expertise. In addition to that, she brings such enthusiasm, and she lives every experience with these girls whenever they're on the pitch. I think everybody would be familiar with the footage of her winning the Ulster final with the team up at the Dub, and I have to say that she's an absolute inspiration to all of our students here in the college, along with the other PE staff and also with our coaches Maeve Deary and Stephen Dias, who have all done a phenomenal job for the whole team across this year.
What do you think makes this team so special, both on and off the pitch?
Not only are they a group of very, very talented young athletes across a range of sports, what has impressed me about the team is the fact that we have a midfield that is working tirelessly in every single game that I have watched. We have a defence that is very cohesive, and it is difficult for the opposition to penetrate and get past that defence. They make life exceptionally difficult for everybody that's against them. And then in our attack, we have a number of players, a significant amount of players who can actually score goals and also score points against the opposition. As a collective, they have trained all year to make sure that they can come together as a group of young athletes to perform to the very, very best for Team Knock. And I have to say, I've always admired them throughout the years, and it's only fit and deserving that they have been able to get this far in their careers. I do want to pay tribute as well to the work that goes on behind the scenes with their clubs in the community. A number of our pupils here, and this team in particular, are from Breda, Carryduff and St Bridget's GAC, and the work that has been done with them in their clubs at grassroots level and over the past number of years has also led to this success, with the support from their parents who get up in the morning take them to their training and get them fed, watered and kitted out for every game. And all of that success will be success, hopefully, for Team Knock on Thursday at the All-Ireland final.
Seeing ladies football thriving in the school now, what message do you want to send to students in the junior years who might be dreaming of playing at this level in the future?
Here in Knock, we have always prided ourselves on the fact that, yes, we are an academically selective school and our children have strong academic talent, but we insist that they get involved in extracurricular activities. And I have to say, every member of our student body knows that we place a great emphasis on involvement in extracurricular activities. And I've watched these young women become role models for our younger students. They probably couldn't have imagined, whenever they joined Knock, that they would have been playing at such a high level. And I think that's aspirational for any young athlete in the school, should it be male or female, to try and emulate what they've done with this particular team in 2026.
Okay, Deborah, thanks very much. On behalf of Down Ladies Football, all the best on Thursday.
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you for your support and interest in the school this academic year. I just want to say good luck to the girls and Team Knock. Here we go.